Annual events on the national calendar provides a platform for the Zambia Agribusiness and Trade Project II, ZATP II, to engage with stakeholders and potential beneficiaries by promoting the project development objectives. The events include the Copper Belt Agriculture, Mining, Industrial and Networking Enterprise, Caminex in Kitwe, the Trade Fair in Ndola, Copper Belt, Agricultural Commercial Show in Lusaka, Provincial Shows and Provincial Investment Promotion Expositions, Expos. In July 2025, the Zambia Agribusiness and Trade Project II, ZATP II, participated at the Trade Fair in Ndola, Copper Belt Province, together with regulatory agencies under the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry. The one-stop shop concept under the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry included regulatory agencies such as Business Regulatory Review Agency, BRA, Zambia Metrology Agency, ZMA, Zambia Bureau of Standards, ZAPS, Zambia Compulsory Standards Agency, ZCSA, Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, CCPC, and Patents and Companies Registration Agency, PACRA. Apart from synergies with statutory bodies, the trade fair provided an opportunity for ZATP II to promote the project development objective. The theme for the 2025 trade fair, Enhancing Business Resilience through Innovation and Trade, resonated well with ZATP II's mandate and project objective.
The project is here in the Zambia International Trade Fair, and we are exhibiting. And what we are doing here is basically to look at issues to do with how we support our businesses to become more resilient and promote their trade. So we have innovations that we are calling agri-techs that we are inculcating into the businesses that we are supporting. And that is helping people to actually become more resilient for them to be able to trade with the goods that they produce.
Participation at the trade fair provided a platform for information sharing about the project through publications and media engagements. ZATP II targets to benefit beneficiaries such as small and medium enterprises, SME, and producer organizations such as cooperatives. Due to the diversity of beneficiaries, the project collaborates with other line ministries such as Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries, and the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises Development. At the trade fair, the project also interacted with participating financial institutions under the line of credit. Indo-Zambia Bank is one of the participating financial institutions for the line of credit. The line of credit targets to support investments in agro-processing and value addition across different value chains by agribusiness firms and SMEs. Visitors to the ZATP II stand were availed all the information about the project through publications and direct engagements with the project implementation unit staff. The information included tips about the project for school-going children that visited the stand.
Because sanitizer works as like a sterilizer. You sterilize only clean things, so that those remaining bacteria that remain after washing with soap get off. So you all now know one food safety practice. Hey, when you wash your hands? After using the toilet, when you're starting to eat, after eating shima.
The 2025 Agricultural and Commercial Show was held under the theme Adapting to Climate Change. ZATP II participated at the 2025 Agricultural and Commercial Show under the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry stand with the statutory bodies under the one-stop shop concept. Apart from the Agriculture and Commercial Show in Lusaka, ZATP II also participated in the Provincial Agriculture Shows, covering all the regions zoned by the project. Provincial shows attended by the project included Northern, Luapula, Southern, Northwestern, and Eastern provinces. In the Eastern Province of Zambia, the 2025 Provincial Show was held in Chipata, the provincial administrative capital of the province. The theme for the 47th Eastern Province Agriculture and Commercial Show Society was Adapting to Climate Change. Held from 11th July to 13th July 2025, the Provincial Show provided ZATP II a platform to promote the project under Region 4 and to increase the project visibility. During the Provincial Show, stakeholders and potential beneficiaries accessed information about the project, including financial opportunities offered, such as matching grants and a line of credit.
All the 116 districts. So in the province, it's all the 15 districts. Yes, so all the 15 districts, wherever you go, as long as they qualify, for us, that's it. And so far, across the country, we have received about 750 applications for producer organizations that wants to benefit from that for this year. The call just that ended on 30th May. Those are the numbers. For Eastern, I think we are about 116, around somewhere there. Those that have applied to benefit from the project.
Publications such as flyers, brochures, and newsletters were disseminated during the provincial shows.
Not just to depend on fruits which are grown, but also fruits which are grown in the wild, even here in Eastern Province. And they make fruit juices which they are able to. We help them to package them and also so that they reach the standard which they can qualify to put on the shelf for ShopRite or Choppies. So we also support them in all the climate resilient technologies, so that, as he has said, they switch from depending so much on the power of ZESCO power to solar power.
At the provincial level, apart from the provincial agricultural and commercial shows, provincial expositions are critical for investment promotion. ZATP II participated at the Provincial Expositions to promote the project development objective and the project's financing instruments. At the Muchinga Provincial Expo, ZATP II exhibited under the one-stop shop concept under the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry. Access to financing in form of matching grants and a line of credit offered by the Zambia Agribusiness and Trade Project 2, ZATP II, is critical for unlocking agribusiness investment opportunities in all the provinces covered by the project.
What we do is that we provide matching grants to the tune of 40% by the beneficiary and 60% by the project. The project will provide 60%, then the beneficiary will provide 40%. Now that 40% is divided into two. The first 20% is a cash contribution, then the second 20% is contribution in kind. That could be form of equipment, the office equipment, the land, and also the buildings that the project has. So in terms of what we do, basically agribusiness has to do with those businesses that invest in agribusiness productive investments. That is, to do with agribusiness processing. Those producers of raw materials, many smallholder farmers will require a market, but for their products to have longer shelf life, they will need to be processed into finished goods. Now, those finished goods go through what we call the processors, and the processors we are targeting are small and medium enterprises. Then, as I said, producers are mainly farmers, but these farmers, for them to access this support, they have to be organized around cooperatives. So we provide matching grants targeted at cooperatives and not individuals. Now, these matching grants, as I said, they are meant to build capacity of the cooperatives to embark on income generating activities and also taking agriculture as a business.
Region 1 of the project's implementation strategy covers Muchinga, Lower Pula, and northern provinces. Abel Ngoma is the regional facilitator for Region 1.
And as a project, we are excited to be part of this event because it presents an opportunity for us to promote investment or to promote our business as a project with regard to how we can support producer organizations, small and medium enterprises that are working in the agribusiness space so that we promote growth of the sector. Another area is where we support SMEs, and these are small companies that are into agro-processing, maybe aggregation of agricultural commodities. So there's a line of credit for this group, and this line of credit is going to be obtained at a reduced interest rate. At the moment, we are working with Zanaco as the Apex organization or bank, which will also work with other participating institutions in terms of handling this component.
At the 2025 Southern Province Expo held in Livingstone, the tourist capital of Zambia, ZATP II exhibited under the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry's one-stop concept shop. The 2025 South Expo was held under the theme Unlocking Investment Opportunities for Social and Economic Transformation through Strategic Partnerships and Innovation. Southern Province falls under ZATP II's Region 2 together with Western Province. Mr. Mapenzi Hindamu is the regional facilitator for Region 2, covering Southern and Western provinces of Zambia.
The first phase, we are finding aggregators who have the market already, so that small-scale farmers, their cooperatives, can supply to the aggregators. So we link it to Westone, so that you can actually, then you talk. He buys vegetables, he buys fruits. He was even buying as far as the mukushi the other year, potatoes, vegetables, because this province had no vegetables last year. Yes. Then in listing, we have Market Connect. So once we start that component, we invite you for meetings.
What we have is, the way the project is modeled is that we will have on board what we're calling technical service providers. Okay, these are consultancy firms that will be stationed in, we've divided the country into 4 regions. Okay? So each of those regions will have a technical service provider that will now be working with the agribusinesses on the ground to provide them with bespoke technical assistance. Whether it's the proposal development, business planning development, budgeting, sustainability, climate change.
During the South Expo, the project engaged with several stakeholders, including government officials, such as the provincial administration, district officials, and civic leaders.
What is the value of the grants that you give them maximum?
Maximum is $50,000.
Oh, really?
Yes, but depending on how innovative the cooperative or the farmer association is, we are able to increase that to $60,000.
Okay, and loans?
For the loans, currently at max, an SME can get as high as $250,000.
And the lowest, what is the lowest?
The lowest is dependent on what they want, yes. And our interest rates are flexible and more friendly as compared to what is existing on the commercial markets.
Really?
Yes.
What is
And
the percentage?
it's about between 13 and 17%.
At the 2025 South Expo, ZATP II participated on one of the panel discussions focused on funding and technical assistance to micro, small, and medium enterprises. The panelists included ZATP II Project Manager Engineer Gordon Mackay, Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry, Senior Economist Eric Sichembe, and ZDS Director Business Development Kennedy Mumba.
So why Zambia engages in trade negotiations? So it's basically to establish rules that lower trade barriers. So there are a number of trade barriers that we encounter between different countries or within the region. So as a Minister of Commerce, they establish rules that lower those trade barriers. And then the other issue why we do enter into negotiations, trade negotiations, it's an issue to do with facilitating market access.
Productive alliances in Zambia. This is where we have financial support for the farmers. Once they've received technical assistance under market component, under market connect sub-component, then we need to ensure that they also receive financial support through what we call matching grants. This is free money that goes to the cooperatives or farmer associations so that they can be supported, improve on productivity. So our resources are majorly directed at providing productive assets to the farmers so that they can improve on their production.